Yo, what's up, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Matchmakers. And before we get started, man, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. You already know what we're gonna talk about. We definitely gonna get into that Lithonia game. And I think Fnatic on his way home, so he should be, jumping on the live stream soon. But yeah, man, I seen some stuff that I like from Lithonia, and I seen some stuff that I dislike. I know the ref. I mean, not the ref, but the coaches. I know the coaches want to say that there's some home cooking. I don't think there was some home cooking. I know the coach for Lithonia want to say that they was cheated out of that game, but they definitely was not cheated out of that game. And I'm going to explain to y'all why Lithonia was not being cheated. First of all, as we seen, they got three warnings, three on the field warnings. Hey, what's good? Hey, coach, where you been, man? They got three warnings, more than that. And they kept being on the field, but they kept asking for penalties. And I say, how do you say that the ref is not doing his job or complain that the ref is not doing his job? And then on top of that, the ref is not flagging you. They flagged y'all three times, but almost every play, the coach from Lithonia was on the field. Y'all could have had at least 15 sideline warnings. And then y'all want to say, man, we ain't getting no calls. Yes, you're right. Because if he was giving all the calls that y'all was supposed to get, then y'all would have been 15. Y'all probably would have gave up 150 yards. 150 yards because of because y'all couldn't stay off the field. So if you ask me, it offsetted each other. You feel what I'm saying? Like I like Lithonia. I feel like they need to work on their offense. They still haven't figured that part out. But for the most part, he said, how was Lithonia cheated? Man, I see. Look, coach, you gotta listen. I said they wasn't cheated. I said they was not cheated. The coaches might think that they were cheated. It might feel like they weren't getting certain calls. Now, I will say this. I will say this. Lithonia was getting tackled. Let's just say that. There was some plays, and my guy Darren Brown is in here already. There was some plays. In fact, the plays that two of the plays that Supreme scored on, the man got tackled. I must admit, I don't have any favorites. Y'all know I like Supreme. I think Supreme gonna win it. But I must say, the Supreme was tackling players. And basically what he was saying was, oh, okay, coach. But basically what was going on was there were some plays that that basically Supreme kind of got away with. And I think Fnatic, when he come on here, he's going to talk about it. He kept bringing it up to me, he's showing me that Supreme players actually, instead of blocking, actually tackled the man. So he want to show that. But if you ask me, it offset each other because the coaches was not listening, man. I mean, not just that though. They made a decision I felt that turned everything around. They end up scoring off an interception, but they Supreme came right back and they end up scoring. But the mistake that I felt like that they made was it was a 6-6 game, and it was like fourth and about four. Instead of punting the ball and getting field position, they elected to go for it. And then on top of that, lost about 5 yards. So therefore, it was a little bit of coaching as well. The coaches got them Pinned back 15 yards. Hey, Butch was good. The coach got them pinned back 15 yards two times from literally being on the field. I mean, every single time I pressed play, the coach was in my view because they were on the field that much. And I'm like, bro, all y'all got to do is stay off the field and leave the referee alone. Y'all probably get all the calls that y'all want, but you can't have it both ways. You can't ask for a call when you already within a penalty yourself. So the fact that he didn't give that he did not call a penalty on you as more than 3 times, then you know what I'm saying, y'all might as well be saying thank you to those referees. You know what I'm saying? Despite those 3 that they actually called on y'all. But y'all hurt them. Y'all hurt them. Y'all put them back 15 yards, knowing that Supreme got a great defense. You don't want to put no team like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give them no added motivation or added yardage or anything. You got to make sure that y'all are not hurting the kids. And y'all did. Y'all got them, I believe, two 15-yard penalties, one on the assessment, and then the other one, luckily, they was already in the goal line. But y'all got them 2 penalties. And y'all gotta make that correction now, especially at the fact that y'all going to Y&C. So y'all gonna have to stay off the field, number one, because at the Y&C, they're definitely not gonna play that. They're not gonna do that. So you're gonna have to stay off the field, and then y'all gonna have to make the right reads. I think that some of the plays that they were doing, I felt like it fit into the plan of Supreme exactly the way that they wanted it to. In fact, I heard the coaches actually game planning for certain things that actually happened. So y'all got to be better with y'all schemes. Got to be better with the game plan. You feel what I'm saying? I like the fact that y'all want to go into throw it into the flats and let your player do what they're supposed to do, but it's just not working. I felt like they should have been more slant routes up the middle. Then I felt like there would have been a level of success because the linebackers was blitzing. The linebacker was blitzing. T Street was good. The linebackers, you know what I'm saying? So you got to make the reads, man. Sometimes you got to let the defense set up their schemes or they defense. You got to let them set up, and then you see what they're running. You have an idea, okay? Once you see what they're running, what type of defense they're in, then call the plays accordingly. We talking about the Lithonia Lions versus Supreme. Lithonia Lions, man, literally, them coaches would not get off the field. You couldn't pay the coaches to get off the field. I mean, and then they were upset that they were getting penalized. And I'm like, bro, all y'all got to do is stay off the field. And the ref kept telling them, hey, get off the field. Hey, get off the field. Hey, get off the field. And I know people want to believe that, that they wasn't getting calls, which were the calls. But then would it have been fair that they called that call against the team, knowing that Supreme should have got a 15-yarder? You feel what I'm saying? He says, oh yeah, man. We had to get this. We had to talk about this game. We got to talk about it. I'm still waiting on Fanatic. And also, man, I got my guy Deuce Fletcher on tomorrow. And I think I'm gonna probably make it about 6 o'clock. Nobody want to see the Dallas Cowboys losing anyway, because they are trash. Like I told y'all, Dak Prescott is the weakest quarterback in the league. Trash. Garbage. I told y'all this. I got proof. I said this maybe about 3 years ago. He's weak. He's garbage. He's not a good quarterback. And for them to pay that man that amount of money is crazy. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But I got Deuce on tomorrow. And we're gonna talk youth football. But let's get back to the game at hand. I felt like the Lithonia Lions did a really good job on defense. I felt like they did, for the most part, they did a good job. But then Supreme did what they should have been doing, was mixing it up. They should have mixed it up a little bit better. But instead, the coaches knew that they were going to do what they're going to do. All they was doing was running, and then try to pass when they end up in trouble. Instead of, okay, hey, they expect us to run. Let's go with the pass. Like, they should have been literally mixing it up in that regards. But instead, it wasn't working. And you know that it's going to be hard for anybody to run versus a Supreme unless you able to mix it up a little bit better. But that's why Bessemer played Supreme so well, because Bessemer was able to do a little bit of both. They got the runners, so you're not going to just completely shut them out, right? Everybody knows when you game planning versus Lithonia, you just got to focus on what, number 7 and number 25. That's the go-to. So if that's all you got, then you got to put him at an advantage. Put him to where, okay, play the receiver. I'm going to put you one-on-one versus whoever it is. We're going to play the receiver. That way, you ain't got to work as hard. You ain't got to get past those linemen, because those linemen are just as good. You feel what I'm saying? Bessemer lost what? 22-0? You talk about hey, Coach D, I don't know what he said. Got to get back in the lab. Appreciate y'all boys for coming. Yes, man. I was telling them, I was saying, I don't know if you was on here, but the one thing that I saw that not only was momentum killers, y'all kept getting on the field. That's personally why I think certain calls was not made. When y'all would not get off the field, the referee was like, listen, you want me to call that man holding, but then I could have called a penalty on you. So is it right that I'm missing the fact that I'm not calling the penalty for y'all constantly being on the field? Right? So it basically it kind of even out, right? It canceled itself, because y'all could have been called at least 20 times for a on the field. I literally got coach in my view. I got him in my view right there on the field. But then you talking about the calls that you're not getting. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all did good. He says, what about the plays we weren't on the field? They were holding inside. I think that the plays that you feel like that they were holding, and I'm not saying that they wasn't holding, because they were. In fact, they wasn't holding. What they were doing was they were tackling, which is still not legal, because you're not supposed to tackle the man from behind. So I get that. But it was still the plays, because Fanatic had, end up rewinding it, showing it. But the plays that he wasn't calling it, your coach was still on the field. So it was like, okay, damn, that was a call. But look at coach right there on the football field. And it got damn near crazy. He was damn near with G.A. Real. He was damn near with him. And so I say this, man. I say this. Learn from this. Leave the ref alone and get off the field. Then if they not calling the calls that we obviously see, then y'all let us do it. Hey, man, look, it was a little bit of home cooking. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't calling certain calls, right? We can sit there and say that. But then if y'all on the field and they not flagging y'all for being on the field as much as y'all was on the field, then I can't say nothing, because y'all was supposed to continue getting flagged for each time that y'all was on the field. So, I think though, if you ask my honest opinion, Lithonia have to work on better schemes for the offense if they want to have a legit shot at winning nationals, because the mix-up game was not there. I know y'all probably, worked on some things and may not have ran some things or whatever, but you guys have to throw up the middle. You guys gotta be unpredictable when it comes to playing versus a Supreme. Cause y'all had to know that y'all wasn't gonna shut them out. So you got to make certain things, you know what I'm saying? You got to start playing the field position, because there's no way that y'all should have went for that 4th and 4 on about the 50 something yard line. About the 50-yard line. Y'all should have never done that. Y'all should have basically tell everybody, listen, we're going to play the field position. Although Supreme is a dynamic offense, they have a dynamic offense. I think our defense is good enough to stop them at some point before they get down, to score a touchdown. I think they may drive the ball. I think they may have a little bit of success, but I don't think that they're going to be able to drive us about 60 to 70 yards. I don't think that they'll be able to do that. I think y'all can damn near stop them when they at that point. At some point, because y'all defense is just that good. It took them to the 4th quarter to score. Y'all were doing a really good job. But the issue became when you wasn't doing what was supposed to be done on an offside kick, right? I don't think y'all should have did that. I think y'all should have played the field with that. I think that you guys should have punt the ball, right? 25 yards, pin them back, deeper, right? Just like y'all made the stop right before halftime, got the fumble, did all the stuff that y'all was supposed to do. That's how it should have been. You know what I'm saying? When y'all start having a level of success, y'all can't start coaching yourself out of the game. That's the one thing that I would say. And that's the good thing about the fact that you guys had this game before battle, because now you understand what the assignment is, right? No, coach. Here's where y'all be. Where I gotta just be in the middle. Y'all were not moving the ball the whole game. Y'all were not moving the ball the whole game. Did you not know that y'all punted? Did you not know that they stopped y'all? No, y'all were not moving the ball the whole game. Y'all start moving the ball in the like the end of the third, towards the third, fourth quarter. Y'all was not moving the ball the whole game. See, this is what I'm saying. When we talk about bias, y'all see things that's not there. Coach, what game was you watching? Please tell me. He says they didn't call holding on both sides. What home cooking? It was missed calls on both sides. No. I'm not saying that it was home cooking. What I'm saying is, then they would have had a case, right, of saying that we weren't getting calls, because the difference, as I'm gonna tell you guys, the difference was when you guys held and tackled the man. And please don't tell me it didn't happen, because y'all know I will whip up the film instantly. Y'all know that. So y'all can't debate against me. Because I literally go pull out the footage and show you exactly the plays. What I'm saying is the plays that they end up tackling Lithonia's team players, it turned out to be a touchdown. Both times that I've seen it turned out to be a touchdown. And if anybody want to say, man, that didn't happen like that, and y'all know I like Supreme, I had Supreme winning it. Anybody that want to tell me that it didn't happen that way, I will be gladly. He says, not gonna argue that 7U kids don't hold on both sides every play. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it wasn't holding. They tackled the man, hit him in the back. That's different from holding. Yes, they're going to be holding every play, but then you can't tackle the man. That's my point that I'm making. They were tackles that allowed them to score the play. So I'm not going to I'm not taking away. I am calling it the way I see it. Just like I told them, the coach has been on the side, on the field the whole time. They should have got way more penalties. Way more penalties. Way more. So they wasn't getting those calls. It didn't make sense to call those calls because I didn't penalize you. So it made sense not to call it. But what I am saying, there was some legitimacy far as them being upset about the non-calls. That's all I'm saying. 7U, a serious threat at YNC. 7U SED, yeah, they good. He says not gonna argue that 7U kids don't hold on both sides every play. Now they definitely, hold. Everybody hold. You know what I'm saying? But then when it's those plays to where it converts into a touchdown, then we got it. We got a legit, argument, a legit debate. You feel what I'm saying? So overall, good game. Both teams, as we already know, Supreme, you're not going to hold them. You're not going to hold them, right? I didn't see Supreme score damn near 28 in one quarter. I didn't see that. So I understand that once they were down, then they start buckling down and they start moving the ball more. They start moving the ball willingly. You know what I'm saying? At will. They couldn't stop. They had the momentum. Cool, right? Cool. But I think if you ask me, based on me watching Lithonia, I don't even think Lithonia actually I don't think they deviated from what they usually do. I think they kept the same game plan when they should have mixed it up a lot more. A lot more. If y'all want to get Plan versus Supreme, if y'all want to have any level of success, y'all got to put 25 at wide receiver and try to get him the ball that way. Because as far as the running, it's not working. It hasn't worked in 3 games. One time, yes, he ended up busting towards the end, and they already had the game won. The second game, he was not able to move the ball, right? They already had a target on him. They already did that. So in this game, I was expecting a different type of game plan. So you guys have to come with different strategies when it comes to whatever team that y'all play. Everybody is different. Y'all know Supreme is very dominant up front. I specifically stated they got probably the best linebacker in number 17. He's a ball hawk. The man is everywhere the ball is. If he don't make the tackle, he's close to it. So y'all got to figure out a way to get away from him. Y'all got to figure out a way to get somebody on Sweet Feet. Because although he didn't have the game according to his standards, he did have a really good game. He still was able to make plays when it counted. You know what I'm saying? So Pot Brown said, I'm just saying we were moving the ball more than Lithonia. Yes, that's facts. I can't argue that. That's a true and accurate statement. Y'all definitely were moving the ball more than them, but y'all wasn't doing it the whole game. It was more of the second half, end of the third, beginning of the fourth, where they actually just turned it on. That's when they turned it on. You know what I'm saying? So I'll say this. Great game. He said shout out to Sports Chat for being at the game. Hey man, appreciate y'all for having me. I enjoyed the game. It looked like coaching them was gonna be able to pull it off. That's why I said to you, coach, Darren, that yeah, nah, you tripping. That they wasn't moving the ball. That's why I thought, man, they had a legit chance at winning because Supreme wasn't moving the ball like that. And so when they start making certain plays, right? And Supreme started getting the momentum, I think the momentum probably wouldn't have stopped. But what I believe would have happened was they would have given Lithonia a better chance. You know what I'm saying? A better chance at winning. And so, it didn't happen. But when you look at it, right, it was 6-6, I believe. If it's 6-6, why not play field position, my guy? Why are we gambling? So I don't know, man. I just know this. For sure, hit the like button, please. I just know this though. Supreme, you're not holding them. I know it looked it promising, right? But you're not going to hold Supreme to a scoreless game. You're not. See, the thing is, too, when they scored off that pick six, coaches got lackadaisical. They put them babies in a state of relaxation instead of saying, you know what? That's just that. Okay, we scored on that, right? But that's not it. Y'all know that these kids can score, you know what I'm saying? Like quick. That wasn't told. That wasn't told to the players. That should have been the message to the players, but that wasn't told. It wasn't told. Instead, the coaches thought that it was just going to be a 6-0 game. And they put the kids in a state of relaxation. And from that point, it was all downhill from that point. So, like I told y'all, I don't see under no circumstance where that game turns out to be in the favor of Lithonia. And the reason why I say that is because I don't see Supreme making another mistake by giving up a pick six. And the offense couldn't score on Supreme. You feel what I'm saying? The offense could not score on Supreme. So therefore, if they play Supreme again, this will probably be the what? The third straight time. The third straight time where they did not score. And to everybody else, they high power. But when it comes to Supreme, hey, it's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, man, that's part of my assessment. I don't want to give too much up, but shout out to Supreme for the mix up. Shout out to Butte for being able to kick it into another gear and start being accurate on his passing. Shout out to number 30 for winning the MVP. Shout out to number 7 for the interception. It was a hard fought game. It really was. These teams, they belong on the same stage. They are on the same level. The only thing and advice that I would give to Lithonia is y'all got to find a few more pieces. Y'all need more pieces. Y'all are a really good team, But when it comes to Supreme, it's hard for y'all to run that ball. It's gonna be very hard. You know what I'm saying? And then the way the way that they get into the backfield, and then the way that Lithonia kept fumbling the ball, the way that they couldn't catch the ball on, they fumbled when he was underneath the center. They fumbled when they was in shotgun. Right? You can't win. You need every split second when it comes to playing versus a when it comes to play versus a team like Supreme. Supreme, the thing is, Supreme can beat you in about three different ways. They can beat y'all three different ways. Supreme can beat you on defense by shutting you out, right? They can score on the defense, right? Getting you the fumble or some, a pick six or whatever. They can score off the pass, and they just effective on the run. When I look at Lithonia, I'm basically predicating everything on number 25. If 25 don't have a good game, we don't win. It don't have to be like that for Supreme. It don't have to. So knowing this, you got to find if I'm Lithonia, I'm looking to find different ways to get my man in a one-on-one, either one-on-one coverage or in a one-on-one situation. Now, although Supreme tackles really well, I'm going for number 25. If he's by himself, I'm putting my money on him that he's going for the touchdown. If it's just him. But when you got a bunch of people, swarming to the ball, you're not going to win that battle. You're not going to win it. So, you know, that's just part of my assessment, man. That's just part of my assessment. But I think, as far as for me and Sports Fanatic, you're definitely gonna want to hear his take. That man was happy. He was happy. He thought that, that they were gonna win it. And they did have a chance. But I just think, you got to make certain adjustments. As Supreme make adjustments, so does Lithonia. They have to make adjustments because if you already showing them and running what you've already showed them, they're going to come out in the second half, make the adjustment, and they're going to explore that defense. See, they didn't figure it out in the first half. They didn't, right? But the second half, they came out running the same defense, and they exploited that. And so this is a learning curve. You can't put your kids in a situation to where now you got them having to play a perfect game because y'all elected to not punt the ball and then get upset with the kids. That ain't the kids' fault. You should have punted. You should have punted. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, much love to all y'all. Tomorrow, like I say, definitely tune in. We got my young bull, Deuce, the Juice, on here. And he coming to talk with me, come and chill. We're gonna talk some youth football. And like I say, y'all might as well select us over the Dallas Cowboys because y'all already know the result. They will lose tomorrow, like they always do. Dak Prescott is trash, But y'all have a blessed night. I'm gonna go ahead and do some edits